Hey y'all, it's your favorite friend, me. How are y'all doing today? Y'all, I have been running around like a mad woman today. And I've just been ripping and running, and I've been doing content. And so I feel like I was finally like just glad to get home and be like, and then I got home and I was like, I gotta do my video. So this is the official second week, like I guess complete second week, going into third week of my fellowship journey. And y'all, it kind of makes me emotional a little bit because I remember like even leading up to just doing it week one, I was so scared and so terrified. And as many of you know, you're probably like, how are you afraid? You're always on camera, girl. And I guess it's so much easier. I feel like it's easier sometimes when you got somebody to the left of you or to the right of you. And, I feel like that's just easier for me. And I'm not as nervous. But when it's just me, I'm like, Lord, am I going to say the wrong thing? Am I going to, you never know. So I don't know. I've always been like super nervous to like do this by myself. But I cannot believe that we're already on week 3. And I'm just like, I'm so excited, y'all. I'm like rushing to come tell y'all about it. So week 2, I'm going to jump right in. Week 2, first week, we were in First United Church in Poplarville. And it was so amazing. The people were incredible. The service was so beautiful. And Pastor Colby and his wife were just absolutely amazing. And I think the thing that just really stood out to me the most was just how the sense of community you got when you were at their church. And Pastor Colby and his wife prayed with us before we left. We were leaving church going to Nashville. And they prayed with us and prayed traveling grace. And he prayed such a beautiful prayer over us. And I mean, you could really feel that the church has the heart of its people at it. Like it was such a beautiful experience. And so I was excited when I finally got home to make my video. And we pulled for week 2. And week 2, we went to PGC in Biloxi, Mississippi, Pentecostals of the Gulf Coast. And I said the Pentecostals are 2 weeks in a row. Can you believe it? So I told them, Pentecostals might be pulling forward. But it was PGC in Biloxi. And let me tell you what, first of all, sometimes I feel like sometimes there's a stigma like with the bigger churches, and then it usually feels like, or I oftentimes hear people talk about how like the bigger the church, the more it's just about the money, and and there's like a bunch of negative things I feel like that starts to come with the image of the church when the church gets bigger. Well, let me tell you what, PGC is, when we got there, the building was absolutely beautiful. And I mean, it's a big church. But boy, let me tell you what, I don't even know if they took up an offering, if I can tell you the truth. It was just we were greeted at the door, and the door greeters, the people who greet you when you come in, they were so sweet. And one of the ladies, she just had the biggest smile of anybody. I was like, oh my God, I just had to tell her how beautiful she was, and that she had such an amazing smile. And I love that. Like, she was just the absolute sweetest. And she and her husband were the door greeters. I guess they run the door greeter like ministry. When you come in, they welcome you in and tell you where you can go and sit. And it's amazing. That was so beautiful to have. And like if you're nervous, like coming in, to have somebody to meet you, and especially somewhere you've never been before, and to have people to meet you and go, good morning. Look, we're glad to have you here. Like, come in, worship with us, sit anywhere. Like, I think that it helps so much when you're nervous about going. So to get love right from the front door, I thought that was absolutely amazing. And I didn't realize she's a Chapel Heart fan, but I say she's my friend. That's my best friend, y'all. But it was DeWanda, and I didn't realize when I pulled her name, when I pulled the name of the church, that was her church. And I told her, I was even more distracted because when I was talking, I ripped the paper in half. I was like, oh! And so I was trying to read it and put it together, but I didn't realize that it was her church. And so DeWanda met me at the door, and I got a chance to sit with her, and we worshiped together. Y'all, let me tell you what. The praise team, look, Pastor Chris, one of the pastors, Chris Lawrence, honey, the praise team was incredible. The music was amazing and really set you up for worship. Like, it was it was just, I mean, it was, I don't even know if I have words to explain how amazing the worship service was. And you know, I'm a musician, so I'm always listening at the music is really right on my fore ear. And so, but it was an incredible praise and worship service. And then Pastor Chad, he got up and he said, he had been having some trouble with his voice. And I said, ooh, honey, look, I had to instantly just send a little prayer up for him, because I know that I can't tell you the amount of shows I had when I'm just like, if this comes out terrible, I'm sorry. And so, like, you know, I think that's the difference in having your voice as your instrument. Like, if you are playing the guitar and your strings break, you can change the strings. Or if you're playing the drums, drum head breaks, you can change the drum head. But when you're singing or talking, that's all you got. That's it. And if it ain't a good day for it, it just ain't a good day for it. But let me tell you what. So I was a little nervous when Pastor said his voice was bothering him. But let me tell you what. The power of the Holy Ghost fell down on Pastor Chris that morning, because he preached a mighty, mighty, mighty word. He talked about the altars of Abraham, and he just talked about how on every level, every time that God pushes you to a different level, every time he calls you higher, you got to build a new altar. You got to give a new sacrifice. You can't ever stop giving your sacrifice. And when you give, he honors the sacrifice. And he said he always has from the very beginning. And so he talked about the 4 altars. And y'all, it was so amazing. And after service, he did a mass altar call. And he said, you know, we can start building an altar right now. Just, you know, and we came to the altar. Everybody as a church came up to the altar, y'all. And when I tell you, the power of God just moved through that place. And I wept. I don't even think I could have done this video after church, because it would have just been tear marks everywhere. Y'all remember Britney Spears had that video cover, and it was her makeup sliding down. Carrie Underwood, I think, has one too. Y'all, that would have been me. I was like, I just was so just overwhelmed by how beautiful the service was. And I think I am finding out at every church that I've gone to, I know I've only been to 2, but every time I go, God gives me one more little nugget, like on this particular journey that I'm on. And I'm so grateful and so thankful. And but PGC, I would 10 out of 10 recommend, if you are in the Gulf Coast area and you're like, look, and you wake up one day and you're like, I want to do something different today. If you decide you're on a fellowship journey, or you just decide you need something different, or you need to hear from the Lord, or you need to go and fellowship with some new people, look, I highly, highly recommend going to PGC. They are the kindest people. A lot of the little kids after church wanted to come up and get my autograph and take pictures. And let me tell you what, I want to tell you all, I appreciate that too. And I don't come to these service as a celebrity, or I don't come to put forth celebrity. I really am I'm really on a particular, like, I'm on my journey to fellowship and connect with new people and more people. And I always say I will never mind. I tell people all the time, if you see me in Walmart and you're like, can I get a picture? Absolutely, yes you can, because it is because of y'all that you can even ask if you can get a picture from me. So I always, if I can, sometimes, unless I'm like running late or Derek's like, come on, we gotta go, it would be the only time. But any other time, look, I don't mind. And I appreciate you all like waiting till the end of service. And so after church, they all came up. And they were just the cutest. They were like, are you the lady who got the golden buzzer? And I was like, yeah. They were just so cute. And they were so sweet. And so I just wanted to say thank y'all for that. But everything from their youth on up, which they were so, fellowship is a great, if I had to define PGC in one word, it'd be fellowship. And it was an amazing place to be stop number 2 on my fellowship journey. And First United Church and PGC, it's gonna be hard to top it. But I think you already know what time it is. I think we got just a few more seconds. And look what I got. I got my fellowship jar. Ooh, look, y'all, take a look. Every time, let me tell you what, every time y'all tell me, no, you need to come to my church, I write it down and I throw it in this basket. So I was shaking it up before I started my video, but I'm gonna shake it a little bit here so y'all can see it. And again, I just want to say thank y'all so much for telling me your churches. And I feel like it takes a lot of courage just to jump out and go, hey, you should come to my church. So every time y'all tell me, I put them in here. All right, here I'm gonna put my hand over to see if I can get a up toss in it. Toss it up. All right, y'all. My time is running low, so here we go. Before we get out of here, I want to tell you I love you. Look, I'm praying for you. There's so many of you who text me and say, or inbox me and say, hey, will you pray for me this week? Or I need some prayer. I got a prayer request. And I want to tell you every single time I'm praying for you. I've got you on my prayer list. And I'm praying that it all gets better for you. If you've been having a rough week, I'm praying that it's going up. I'm believing that it's going up. It's getting better. It's getting better. And for any of you who are sick, I'm praying God's healing power over you. I believe in healing power, the healing power of Jesus. And I'm praying it over you right now. All right, y'all. I don't know who this is yet. I don't know who this is, but I'll let y'all see it first. I think that's upside down. Ooh. Y'all, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Y'all, this is Rolling Hills Baptist Church. I love it. Look, I grew up Baptist. I tell them I grew up Baptist, but I identify as Pentecostal sometimes. But Rolling Hills Baptist Church, y'all get ready. I don't know if that, let's see, can you see that? Rolling Hills Baptist Church, y'all get ready. That's in Steep Hollow. Y'all, now let me tell you what, that ain't far from my neck of the woods. So if I'm late, y'all tell the Lord on me, okay? Tell the Lord, because there is just absolutely no reason. And Rolling Hills, I'm gonna see if I can get the other girls up to come with me this Sunday, maybe. So fingers crossed, I told the lady, I said I'll bring them sinners with me. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get the other girls to come, no promises. But Rolling Hills Baptist Church, I'll see you on Sunday. And I wanna say thank you so much to every single one of you who have come along with me on this fellowship journey. And it has really pushed me outside my comfort zone. I'm still so nervous to just kind of show up and not know who you might see, not know who you might run into. And so I just want to say I love y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be praying for me because I'll be praying for you. I love y'all, and y'all be good. I'll see y'all next time.